So coming to the next example for the classes and the objects chapter, where we are going to deal with the rectangles. So if you remember, in the previous video we have discussed how we can create a class for the point and how we can create an object for the point and how we can set the values which are said to be as the attributes of the object. So with respect to the points, we had the two values x and y. We also have seen how to write the programs for that and how to define the functions like print and identifying the difference between the 2 points. So now let us deal with the same chapter but with the rectangle as an example. So in order to define a rectangle in a 2D space, so first let us answer, or you people just think out which attributes are required for the rectangle with respect to the 2D space. So if I say with a 2D space, again it is with respect to the x and y coordinate. So this is how we are going to represent a rectangle in a 2D space. So what all the attributes we require in order to define as a rectangle in the 2D space? The first and foremost thing is we need to first tell from where we need to start constructing the rectangle. That is the point from where it has to start the construction. That is the x and the y coordinate. So once you are able to define or fix the point, the next thing that you have to define is width width of a rectangle and the height of a rectangle. So these are the attributes that are required to define the attributes for the rectangle. So here you can see how you can define a class rectangle and which are the attributes that are required here. So if you observe, I told you that for the first thing that you require is a point to tell from where you need to start. So in order to say point, if you remember, we have already created a point and a class where with the help of which we can define the any points. So the same point can be used here. So you can see, so the class rectangle has been created, the object for a class has been done. So the attributes that we require to define a rectangle is width and height with some values. And with respect to the point, as I told you, we have already created a class known as a point. So the same point can be used in order to set the values for the rectangle as well. So let's see how it is done here. So first, what I'll do, I'll create a class rectangle, so in which again I don't want to do anything. So class has been created as a rectangle. So the next thing is I want to create an object for a class rectangle. So already you know what is the syntax to be used for creating an object for the class rectangle. So as I told you, what are the different attributes that are required for the rectangle are, if you remember, the attributes are the width, height and the point here. First I'll set the width here with a some value, with another value. And the next thing is I need to also define from where it needs to start constructing a rectangle, which is done with the point here. So I'll take it as a corner as an attribute, box dot corner is equal to, so instead of defining it as a box dot corner with another point object, so already we have created a point class before, so we can create this box dot corner as an object to this point class. So together the box dot corner is an object to the point class. So using this we can set the x and y values to the as a point to this rectangle here. So that's it, these are the attributes that are required for the rectangle class here. So this is how it is represented as an object diagram for the rectangle class here. So this says that it is a rectangle class and this box has been created as an object for this rectangle class, through which we have set the attributes as width, height and the corner for the box class here. So box dot width is 100, box dot height is 200 with some values. But if you see the another object for this another attribute for this box object is the object of the point class. In turn, it is going to refer to the point class with the these as the attributes here. So this is how the object diagram is represented if you are going to use the another class as an object or to the one of the attribute for the previous class here. So now what we need to do is we need to create a function that takes the rectangle as object and returns the coordinates of the center of the rectangle. So which is very simple here. What you are supposed to do here is before this, first try to understand what has been asked here in this function. So if it is a rectangle, they have told you that you need to print the center point of this rectangle, not the center or the corner from where you have started the construction of a rectangle. So instead of this, you have to print the center of this rectangle. So the logic here is how to identify this center is first you need to get the x value, x corner value of the rectangle, and thus this is the width of the rectangle here. So you need to do the addition of this x with this width, and the whole thing if you divide it by 2, you will get this point here. And similarly, if you go for identifying the y as well, so y with addition of the height divided by 2 will get you this point. So this midpoint, the y midpoint with the x midpoint will give you the center of the rectangle. So that is what is done here in this logic. So you can see function has been defined in order to find the center of the rectangle. So within that function we require another point to store the as usual, again the center of the rectangle is represented as a x and the y coordinates here, for which we require and the object of a class point. So how to identify with the x value with respect to this point is, as I told you, rectangle corner x plus width divided by 2 and rectangle corner y plus height divided by 2, which will give you the y coordinates here. So let's see how it is done with the program here now. I'll just take it as a definition center. So which will accept the object of a rectangle here. So within this, I require the one more object of the class point. So then what I need to do here is I need to identify the x value associated with this object what we have created within the function here. So that can be got here as a rectangle object with as you can see, we have created the corner as the object for the or the attribute for the width divided by 2. And similarly for y as well, we require the similar kind of the calculation, but here instead of x we want the y coordinates here, and instead of width we require the height. And at the end we want to return it. So let's see, for this I want to create the one more object of a rectangle as a RE. So for this RE, I'll call the function center by passing the box as a object of the rectangle which already we have created here. So I'll just print this RE. So let's see what we will get here. RE is an object here. Excuse me. So you are able to access the x and y coordinate associated with this RE, so which is returned as a P to this object here. Why? Because we have created this as an object of a rectangular, and then we have called this function by passing the box as an object to this function, and within this definition of this function, it is going to return the P as a point, which is the x and the y values here. So if I print re dot x and re dot y, it will give you the calculation that has been done here to identify the center of the rectangle layer. So if you want, you can check here whether it has done correctly or not. So the x coordinator is x here, and the width is 200. 200 plus 4, it is 204, and it is divided by 2, it is 104.0. So similarly for the y as well, 506 divided by 2 is 256.0. So this is how it is going to work. So similarly, as and when it is required for the any definition or the any aim to be satisfied, you can always create the classes and you can create the object associated with it, and then set the values or the attributes for the each object and define the functions to perform some calculations here. Objects are mutable. So objects are mutable in the sense, if you define if you remember the definition of a mutable, so mutable is nothing but as and when it is required, you can change the values associated with the attributes here. So that is also allowed with the attributes of the object as well. So one can change the state of an object by making an assignment to one of its attributes. So as you can see, the box dot width, initially it has been assigned with a one value, where you can rechange it by adding some value it, which is allowed in the Python here. So similarly, height has been changed by adding the 100 value. So for this, you can define the function known as a definition grow rectangle, so where it is going to accept the rectangle object as a parameter and two numeric values in order to add the some values to the height and the width of the rectangle here. So you can see rect dot width is equal to this value has been added here. For height, this value has been added. So this will change the size of the rectangle here. So you can call it by passing the box as a parameter and changing the values. So if you wish, I'll show it through the idle here. I'll take it as a new width and the new height as a parameter names here. So we'll call this function now. What we need to pass is, we need to pass the box as an object. I'll pass some numeric values here. Print the values to know whether the values of the height and the width has been changed or not. One